Autumn is here. The air is crisp, leaves are turning beautiful colors, and pumpkin spice everything is back. From lattes to candles, the scent of pumpkin spice fills the air. It's a time for cozy sweaters, warm drinks, and garden cleanup. Well, yes and no. While tidying up is important, while it's tempting to give your garden a good prune as it gets ready for winter, some plants prefer to keep their summer growth a little longer. They rely on this growth to protect them from the cold. Just like we wouldn't prune our hair right before a big event, we need to be mindful of when we prune our plants. Timing is everything in gardening. Fall pruning might seem like a good idea, but for some plants, it can do more harm than good. So, before you reach for those shears, consider the needs of each plant. Think of pruning like giving your plants a little haircut. It helps them grow stronger and healthier. But just like us, plants need time to recover after a haircut. Pruning in the fall can leave some plants vulnerable to winter's harsh conditions. When we prune, we create wounds on the plant. These wounds need time to heal and seal up. If we prune too late in the season, the cold weather can prevent these wounds from healing properly, making the plant susceptible to disease and frost damage. So, which plants should we avoid pruning in the fall? It's a common question among gardeners as the seasons change. Here are a few examples of plants you should definitely leave alone until spring. Roses. Pruning roses in the fall can encourage new growth that won't have time to harden off before winter, leaving them vulnerable to frost damage. This can severely affect their health and blooming potential. Butterfly bush or buttleja. These beautiful shrubs bloom on new wood. Pruning them in the fall removes next year's flower buds, which means fewer flowers to enjoy. Spring blooming clematis. Just like the butterfly bush, these clematis varieties bloom on old wood, so fall pruning would mean sacrificing those gorgeous spring blooms. You wouldn't want to miss out on their stunning display. Remember, this is not an exhaustive list. Always research the specific needs of your plants before you prune. Each plant has its own unique requirements and timing for pruning. Now that we know which plants to avoid pruning in the fall, let's understand why this is so important. It all comes down to timing and the plant's natural growth cycle. Plants have specific periods when they are most vulnerable. Roses, for example, are particularly susceptible to frost damage if pruned too late in the season. This can lead to significant setbacks in their growth. New growth stimulated by fall pruning is tender and more likely to be damaged by cold temperatures. This new growth doesn't have enough time to harden off before winter. Butterfly bush and spring blooming clematis, on the other hand, set their flower buds on the previous year's growth. This means their blooming potential is already determined. Pruning them in the fall would mean removing those precious flower buds, resulting in a disappointing lack of blooms the following spring. This can be particularly disheartening for gardeners. Understanding the specific needs of your plants is crucial for their health and your enjoyment of their beauty. Proper timing ensures that your garden thrives and blooms beautifully. As the days grow shorter and the air gets crisper, we can still enjoy the beauty of our gardens, even as they start to wind down for the year. Instead of reaching for the pruning shears, grab a warm blanket and a cup of something cozy, and enjoy the colorful spectacle of autumn. Remember, a little knowledge goes a long way in the garden. By understanding the needs of our plants, we can ensure they stay healthy and vibrant for years to come. Happy gardening, everyone!